today. We're in a very nice part of Toronto at UCC. We have 35 acres in the middle of Toronto, in the middle of Forest Hill. I'm not as smart at business as you are, but my guess is this piece of land in Toronto, very expensive. We're not going anywhere. We've been here since 1829. We're not changing. Okay? This is a beautiful campus. We feel very fortunate to have this great campus. Our prep school is down here. So senior kindergarten to grade 7 is down here. This is a hockey arena. We're Canadian, so we have to have hockey. I don't play hockey. I don't skate. I hate ice. I hate cold more than you do. We have 2 hockey rinks, field. This is the high school. These are the 2 boarding houses. This is where Charles slept for 2 years, right over there. So we have a great campus. Okay.
Yeah. 大家可以看到，就是 UCC 的占地面积是35英亩。自从1829年开始，他们就在那个多伦多的市中心有那么大的一块地。David 说了，这块地呢一直会在，将来也会在。那么这儿呢是他们的小学部，从 SK 一直到 Grade 7 7年级都是在这个地方。这儿是冰球馆。 然后这个大家应该能看到，都是户外的运动场。然后这儿是 upper school， 就高中。I'm not tall enough.
Upper school.
Yeah, upper school. 那儿呢是2栋国际生的那个住宿楼。然后 Charles 在那里度过了几年？3年。
3年。
3 years, not 2 years.
This is me. This is where I live, right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I live right there.
Oh, okay.
That's my house.
对，我指不到，这个是 David 就住在。
Big party. We know the big
对，
party.
就住在校园里面，他们都住在校园里面。然后 ，What is behind there?
What is behind here?
Oh, like.
This is the
Yeah,
boarding house.
the
These are
boarding
2
house,
boarding
okay.
houses.
Okay.
2 boarding houses.
All right, and the tennis court, the boys can use that too.
4 tennis courts. There's 2 tennis courts bubbled here. In the winter, because we don't like winter, we put a bubble over this.
Oh yeah， 所以我们冬天开过 UCC 的时候，能看到有个白色的一个很大的室内的这个场地，就是把这块地方包起来了。因为冬天太冷了，就不想让这个户外的这个都结冰，男孩们能在那个室内能够玩。Great.
Okay, so just some basics about UCC, and I didn't really get a chance to talk about this in May. I mentioned earlier, we were founded in 1829, so UCC is older than Canada. We're one of the oldest schools in the country, and we were founded as a boys' school in 1829 as a place to help prepare students for places like University of Toronto, where Charles is going to school. We are a much different place, thankfully, than we were in 1829. But there are some things that have stayed the same. All boys, a belief in boys, a commitment to excellence in academics in all areas of a boys' education. We go from senior kindergarten to grade 12. We call it year 12. So senior kindergarten, 5 years old, to year 12, university preparation. Okay? And we have 1,160 students at UCC right now. Actually, 1,170 students. I made a mistake. I admitted a few too many boys, and people didn't leave, so we're a little bit big. So, and I don't get a bonus for being big. So, but 1160 is what our full-time capacity is, and then we have 88 boarders. So Charles was a boarder. We have 88 boys from around the world. They come from 25 countries and 4 provinces who live in our boarding program. It's a wonderful program. Happy to talk about that. I think one of the reasons families are interested in independent schools is small class sizes. So in public schools in Canada, and from what I know, public schools in China, bigger classes. Our classes are smaller. So we have in senior kindergarten, grade 1, grade 2, 18 boys, and in most cases 2 teachers in those classes. Then the classes get a little bit bigger, they grow to 20. In the upper school, some classes like gym class, phys ed, maybe a little bit bigger, but we try to keep the classes around 20. And then when the boys are in year 11, year 12, classes will often get smaller. So what was your smallest class?
10.
10?
Yeah.
What was it? Was it Mandarin?
English.
English?
I didn't know.
English was 10?
Yeah.
Okay, let me translate a little bit, David.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. 所以刚刚他讲的比较重要，就是他们的班级人数，从幼儿园SK 1年级、2年级都是18个学生一个班，然后呢，到3年级开始呢，会到20个人，慢慢的就到了4、5年级，有可能会21个就是在这个数量之间，然后等到了11年级和12年级，他的班级人数又会减少。所以刚才 Charles 说，在他到高年级的时候是英语班是10个人
，10个人左右
，10个人左右。I can't believe it. Only 10?
Yeah, in an English class, I can't believe that actually. I believe you, but I don't.
It's literature. It's literature.
How many was it? Did you take? Was Mandarin your second language?
No, Spanish.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Spanish.
Amazing.
How many
so,
people?
How many in Spanish?
Around 15 or 20.
Really?
15.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Mandarin. How small was the Mandarin class?
That was in grade 10, and that was about 5.
对，所以 Charles 说他那个选的2外，当时选了西班牙语，然后有15个人，那么然后是
我10年级刚刚来的时候选了 Mandarin。
哦，10年级刚来的时候选了普通话，班里就5个人。Okay, great.
Good. A couple more things I just want to talk about. Schools use this term, endowment, $106 million. 99% of people don't know what that means, and that's okay. Well, I'll tell you what it means though. We charge a lot of money for tuition. Okay? I didn't go to UCC, and my parents are public school teachers. I went to public school. When I went to UCC 7 years ago, my parents didn't talk to me for 6 months because they said, "What's wrong with public school? Why would you go to a school that charges so much money?" And I'm pretty big, so I didn't really care. And then in December of that first year I was at UCC, I brought my parents from Montreal, and they came and they spent half a day at UCC. And my mom taught grade 1, so I said, "Mom, go to the grade 1 class. Spend the afternoon with the grade 1 class." At the end of the day, I went to my mom and my dad, and I said, "So, what do you think now?" They said, "Good choice." Good choice.
Let me translate this part. 所以 David 他等会儿会跟大家讲这个 endowment 为什么所有的私校这个 endowment 特别厉害，这个106个 million 是什么意思？那么他呢先跟大家讲了。
Maggie, I didn't really explain what it was.
Oh, I said you will. I just said
Okay,
you will. 你看他在关注我的翻译啊。You're watching my translation.
I know more Mandarin than you think.
就是他的父母呢，在他7年前去 UCC 的时候呢是不开心的，因为他的父母都是公校的老师。那么他也就是后来呢，他在 UCC 工作了一段时间以后呢，他有一次就把他的父母从蒙特利尔接到了这个 Upper Canada College UCC。他的妈妈是小学1年级的老师，所以他就让他的妈妈进到1年级的课堂，然后呢跟他妈妈说，你跟这些孩子们待1个下午，然后告诉我你是什么想法。然后他的爸爸妈妈他的妈妈待了1个下午以后，他就跟他说，你做出的选择是正确的。因为当时他去 UCC， 他的爸爸妈妈特别不高兴，说你加拿大的公校怎么了？你要去私校工作他们收那么高的学费。
Okay. So let me talk about what this means. So we charge a lot of money. We charge high tuitions. Tuition fees at UCC actually only cover 79% of the cost of educating the boys that are in the school. So you're all smart. So you're thinking, okay, 79%. So there's my math's not good. What is that? 100%? 21?
21, yeah.
21% of the cost of educating your son Where does it come from? It comes from donations. It comes from our alumni. It comes from friends of the college. It comes from parents who made gifts, charitable donations to the college. It's a very important part of who we are. I want to say that. The second thing I want to tell you, and I want to be perfectly clear. We don't ask anyone to make a gift before they come to the school. And I think there are people who believe, I'm going to make a big gift, I'm going to make a big promise of a gift, and they'll take my son. No. Okay? No. We're admitting boys. We're admitting boys. We're not admitting families who will make big gifts. We like big gifts, but that does not get your son into the school. And I know, unfortunately there are some schools where that does happen. I want to be clear, that does not happen here. Once you're in the school, we gladly have you support the college, but it does not get you into the school.
OK， 所以刚才 David 讲了，他们的学费是的确比较贵，但是学费只涵盖了学生79%在学校里面的所有的费用，就所有学生的学费，学校的这个经营的这个费用是只 cover 了79%。那么剩下的21%来自哪里呢？都是校友和社会各界人士对 UCC 支持的这些人士的慷慨的捐赠。这对他们学校来说非常的重要，这是第一点。第二点，他要再三的跟大家强调，如果你脑子里觉得我如果跟 UCC 说我愿意捐很多钱，你能不能录用我的儿子？他的答案是 no， 一定不要这么想，这是不可能的。的确，在加拿大有学校这样做，但是对 UCC 来讲，这是绝对不可能的。你进了学校，他录用了你的孩子，他只关注你的孩子。你进了学校之后，你想要给学校很大的捐赠，他们当然会非常的高兴。但是在孩子被录用之前，你试图用这个方式让学校录用你的孩子，这是不可以的，也是不可能的。
Okay, last bullet on this slide. Most people send their boys or girls to girls' schools. Send their boys to good schools because they hope they go to good universities. I'm sure you all want your children to go to good universities. So do we. What I want to dispel a few myths today. Sometimes when we take families on tour, we have in the student center we have a window where we have the logos of all the schools that our graduating students are going to. So Charles is at University of Toronto. We have a lot of kids go to U of T. There's a logo there. Often I'll stop in front of that window and I'll point to one of the Ivy League schools. So I don't know, you guys know Harvard? So Harvard's a pretty popular one, right? And I'll point to the Harvard logo and I'll say, how many of you don't have to put up your hands, but I'll say, how many of you want your son to go to Harvard? And usually if I'm on a tour with 5 or 6 families put up their hand and say, we want him to go to Harvard. And I say, that's great. Just understand, I can't promise you that he's going to come to UCC and he's going to get into Harvard. It's not up to me. It's not up to UCC. What I will promise is we're going to make sure that your son is well prepared. We're going to do everything possible to make sure he is ready academically, that he has opportunities to get involved, opportunities to stand out in an application process. We have wonderful counselors who will work with him through the application process, but I cannot promise you, no school can promise you Ivy Leagues afterwards. It's up to your son. It's up to your daughter. It's not up to us. We don't get admitted to Harvard. Your children do. So don't let anyone tell you, I can get your son into Harvard. It doesn't happen.
所以 David 刚刚对不起，讲的这个概念也是我们华人家长需要经常的去思考的。也就是说，他在带这些华人家长们在参观校园的时候，都会走到一块玻璃窗前，玻璃窗上有很多他们的毕业生的去向的大学的校徽。那么他总是会指住哈佛的校徽，问这些家长们：你们有多少人想孩子去哈佛大学上学？那当然每个人都举手了。那么他就是想借用这个告诉家长们，很棒，孩子们想去这样的大学， 我们也同样希望，但是千万不要误认为你让孩子来上 UCC， 我就能够保证你的孩子能够进入哈佛大学，以及像哈佛大学这样的常春藤。不是你去哈佛，是你的孩子他要准备好去，他要选择去。我们能做的就是不管他去哪一所大学，我们让他准备好接受进入大学所会遇到的各种挑战。我们有很棒的升学指导顾问团队，让这些孩子们在 UCC 求学期间就能够明白怎么样去申请大学，怎么样为自己申请大学做出各种努力。所以没有任何一所学校可以保证你来读了我这个高中，我就能让你上哈佛啊！这个理念一定希望大家能够理解。
Okay, I just listened to Maggie. I don't understand anything she said. I'm sounding too serious, so I'm going to try to be a little lighter. Okay? But those are two really important misconceptions that I just want to make sure that you understand, because I know we're not the only school you're looking at. And I think most of my colleagues in Toronto schools would say the same things, but I just want to be really clear. So I promise I'm going to try to be lighter now, try to be a little funnier, but I know this is a serious topic.